I want to give a voice to these stories enough that people will be incensed by it to put some pressure on this organization to stop abusing people. I'm going to tell these stories in hopes that people wake up and go, okay, somebody needs to do something about this cult. I am constantly on the internet looking at these stories, and they're getting me to a point where I think I'm already going insane.
It's heartbreaking to hear these stories, Leah, and see the effect that it has had on people and their lives. We're doing our best to do something about it.
We are acknowledging a group of people that have gone unacknowledged for so long. And they never once got, and they will never get, from the Church of Scientology, we are sorry. We are sorry.
Yeah.
That happened. This has given me a new fight, and it gives me purpose. And so I don't know if I'm ever going to be totally okay with sitting around seeing things go on in the world and people going, I hope something's being done about that. That's up. I don't know if I'm that girl. Once you know something, you have a responsibility to do something about it. That's the way I feel. That's the way you feel. There's nothing wrong with this. There was a lot wrong with what we were doing before. Mike, I'm getting angrier and angrier. As a parishioner of Scientology, I went in, I spent all my money, I donated all my money, I gave all of my time. Did I have any idea that this shit was going on with children? No.
It is upsetting.
I know. I know.
It's like, what the f were we part of?
I wish I could take back what I promoted and defended all of my life, but I can't now.
All of this, this is your way of saying sorry.
Yes, of course. I'm like, what can we do about it? Mike has been with me from the beginning on this show, and there's not a moment, car drive, lunch, breakfast, coffee, that I'm not going, so Mike, you go to the FBI? So Mike, what if we get a plane? What if we drop pamphlets? What if we just get the police? I mean, it's constant. Have you told the FBI? Why is the government not stepping in? What's happening? What can we do? We shouldn't let this just go by. It's like it's the pain of it. It's just so right there. It's, I don't know. This is not something fun. This is not a fun project.
You're exactly right.
It's like if I'm not actually doing it, I'm thinking about it. Trying to find other stories or to find somebody. Maybe somebody's willing to go to the police, to the FBI. Maybe somebody has something. It's like there's all these sacrifices. Mike's away from his family. You guys are putting your asses on the line. And it's like you at least want the payoff. Like something, but we're getting nothing.
It doesn't mean that it's never going to happen because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And I understand that it can be discouraging, but that's kind of what battles against abuse like this are always like. It doesn't change overnight. I keep telling you, Leah, this is what makes a difference. Exposing it. Yeah, one civil rights march didn't bring about the Civil Rights Act. It took 50. One TV show about gay rights didn't change. It may have moved the ball forward, but you've got to keep doing it. And the more variety of the ways that this is presented, the more likelihood there is that someone is going to go, wait a minute. This is insane.
So what is needed for something to change?
I think that there's two things, Leah. One, people to come forward today with incidents that have occurred recently.
Right.
Or incidents that occurred when they were children.
Right.
Because abuse of children is not going to be precluded by the statute of limitations.
Great, good to know. People are also asking me, what can we do?
I believe that the most effective thing that they can do is to contact their elected representative, their congressman, their senator, and insist that their elected representatives take some sort of action. That's something that everybody can do.
Mike and I want to thank you for once again tuning in, for supporting this series. I'm still kind of reeling from the information that I've received. It continues to break my heart, but it continues to prove to me that there are decent people in the world that have nothing to do with Scientology. And I thank you. It's so weird to be so emotional today, but it's been a tough ride, and I really didn't expect for people to support us the way that they did, and people that they know nothing about. I'm like not crying from being upset, I'm crying because I'm so touched by it all. But I haven't been able to really say that in the show because, I didn't know people were gonna receive it when we were filming it. I certainly only wanted to do 8 episodes because this has been the least amount of fun I've ever had in my life, but the most rewarding. I just don't know that we're done.
Well, I know for sure, Leah, I'm not done. Regardless of this program, I can't just abandon all of these people who now feel that they have a hope.
Yeah.
That something actually is going to change and something is going to be done about it, and there's something that they can do about it, even if that is only providing support. It's overwhelming, the love that has poured in doing this show. It is not what I expected, and it has only served to make me more determined to keep going and to keep finding a way to put an end to the pain that people are suffering.
Yeah, thank you for being my partner through this, and thank you. And you'll probably see us soon, 'cause God knows, can't let anything go.
What's next?
Right.
I don't know, but I know that it isn't going to stop.
Yeah. And I feel the same way.
This isn't the end. This is by no stretch the end, because there are still people being hurt. The abuses have not been stopped, and we're not stopping until they have been. I promise you.
Our fight is not over. And I hope you are just as enraged as I am.
What Leah has brought to this battle to put an end to the abuses of Scientology is unlike what has been done before. Nobody has brought to the attention of the world the pain, the real pain that people have suffered in Scientology, and made it understandable and relatable, and changed the picture of how the world perceives Scientology and what should be done about it. Over 3 years,
We've spoken to hundreds of victims of Scientology. We've tried to collect them up as much as we could to be stories that were suitable for television, but there is so much that couldn't be covered. There is so much more that needs to be done.
Our fight has to go beyond the restraints of network television. I never knew that my fight would be so big, so colossal. I did believe that doing 3 seasons would be enough, but we see that we have to go further, so we will do that. Rest assured, Scientology, that this is not the end. It's just the beginning. And people should know this at Scientology who are watching this. They should know this about me and they should know this about you. I don't give up. I'm going to make a career out of exposing this organization. It's not going to continue. It might not be this year, might not be next year, but eventually it's going to happen.
Right.